I remember. Hi, YouTubers. This is Robert Holloway, and you are watching AstroMan 2911. In this video, I want to talk more about loneliness, the good side and the bad side of being lonely. Now, the good side about being lonely is that you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can run around the house butt naked if you want. You could make a mess all you want, but then you have to clean it up eventually, and you could basically live your life to the fullest. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could kick back. I could pack myself a bag and just walk out. Just walk out like a hobo. A hobo. Anyways, the bad side about being lonely is that we are a species that is very social. We are a social species. Human beings are a social species. And I guess if it weren't for the internet, I would probably be depressed and having to go to a mental hospital or a hospice or an asylum. So being lonely has its toll. I mean, it makes you, it causes some kind of depression because you're not with other people like yourself, and that sucks because I live in Indiana and there's hardly any gay people around here at all. I mean, it's like if they're around, they're probably in a closet just like me. It's just my closet is a very big, well, it's not a big apartment, but it's bigger than I am. So anyways, that's the thing about loneliness. The bad side about loneliness is that you start to also you get delusional. You know, you start hearing things, you start seeing things, you start feeling things that kind of creeps you out, and you don't know whether it's a real ghost, because I do believe in ghosts. You don't know if it's a real ghost or just something that's fucking up in your brain. Now I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, I could basically make my own time, my own hours. You know, I haven't had a job since January. So it's January, February, March, April, May, June. So 6 months, half a year. I didn't have a job. I don't have a job, and in a way that's kind of cool because I could make more videos. I can make more computer graphics. I can make more of whatever I'm doing. You know, I have more time to myself. How I managed to pay this apartment and my electric, it's a secret I'm keeping to myself. Anyways, the thing about loneliness is that it kind of drives you in too much, and there's times, I guess this is relating to Gemini, because I can only say it in that point of view. I don't know how other signs may, well, I know, but you know how people may portray being lonely, because sometimes Geminis, they want to be out in the world, but at the same time they just want to stay home. So that's a little contradiction. So Geminis, Aries, they probably never are alone. They can't stand being alone, I can imagine. Taurus, they could deal with it. I'm sure Taurus could deal being alone in their garden, or you know. Cancers, they can't be alone. They have to be with other children or with other maternal people, you know. Leos, they cannot be alone, you know. All fire signs cannot be alone. They cannot handle that loneliness. That includes Sagittarius too, because Sagittarius, they want to talk to people. They want to commute with others. They want to travel to other foreign places and meet new people. Leos, they just want people to listen to them, to admire them. You know, Virgos, they could basically be alone, but not too much of a time, because Virgos, they want to help out. They want to find people that needs their help, but at the same time they can't deal with messy clothes, bad hygiene, or you know, whatever. Libras can't live alone. I know that. I mean, they can, but they really don't want to. Scorpios, they could be alone. They enjoy being alone. You know, a true, genuine Scorpio would love to stay in their bedroom in the dark all day long. You know, so Sagittarius, I already said something about Sagittarius. Capricorns, they could struggle being alone, but they rather be around people who would help them with their ambitions and seek new heights. Aquarius definitely cannot be alone. They're so humanitarian that it's almost impossible for them to stay alone for a long period of time. And Pisces, they rather stay alone because they're scared of what they might get from other people or feel from other people. But they enjoy having their child around, or their family, their close family around. So I think Gemini is the only signs that want to be with everybody, but at the same time want to be alone. Well, Aquarius could be that too. But Geminis, they rather be in two places at the same time. Aquarius, they're rather with a bunch of people or they're by themselves. But they never want to be that at the same time. They don't want to be alone yet be with other people at the same time. Geminis do. They want to be alone in a crowd, but when they're alone, they feel like there's everyone around them. They've got a lot of people around them. So that's what I have to say about loneliness. I know it can be depressing. The way I cope with loneliness is a lot of chocolate. But chocolate also makes your nose bleed. Or at least it makes my nose bleed because of the caffeine. And I try to stay away from chocolate and iced tea. And I don't really like carbonated drinks. So I think that's all I have to say about loneliness. I hope you guys enjoy a good time and find somebody that would want to be with you. Have a good day. Bye.